Welcome back. Returning to the show, the lovely Isabelle Hamptonstone, who has appeared in the past. It's great to have you here.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Yes, well, a very heartfelt congratulations. She is launching the release of her newly published book, and here it is on the screen, Hockey Confidence, Train Your Brain to Win in Hockey and in Life. Yeah. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this. This has been a labor of love for a bit now.
2 years solid, and it really started back in the day when I started working with the Blazers. I started working with players who they were asking for help, and yet they were helping me. They were inspiring me. They were going through challenges, some of which I could really relate to, being in a new place and not knowing anybody and having to make friends. But they were also facing challenges that I faced later in life, which is having to perform with lots of people watching what you do and how you do it. And those boys really inspired me. Some of them have become great friends. I've been so lucky to have supported them, as some of them have got to the NHL. And now I not only work with NHL players, I work with players as they leave the NHL. And isn't it interesting that no matter where we are in life, there are always ways that we can develop our self-belief and our confidence.
100%. Very well stated. This book, then, where does it start and where does it end? There's probably so much material.
Yeah, so much material. So I said to the boys, really let me know what worked for you. And when I got information back, I realized that information from different sports was really important too. So this book is a real cross-pollination. This book is a series of case studies of people we know, like, and trust, and we've seen play in Kamloops. So people reading this book, whether it be the players or parents, because a lot of parents said we need help too. How do we help our kids? People are going to be able to really get to know what was behind the success of a person.
That's fantastic. How many different players do you profile?
In the book, there's probably 8 to 9 players, and I've chosen an Olympiad as well, and people from other sports. So many hockey players play golf too, so I included a golfer in there as well.
We still have a good 4 minutes for the segment, so if you want to talk a little bit about one of the players that you've profiled, I'd love to hear it.
Right. Not actually in the book, but one of the players that really inspired the book was a person who was the guy on the team who was cheeky. Oh, he was cheeky. The coach almost would be tearing his hair out because that player would push his buttons. Over the time that we worked together, I used each of the techniques in the book with him. And lo and behold, he's now a great coach himself.
No kidding.
Talk about going completely full circle.
That's right. It's true.
Yeah.
And you gain a lot of wisdom as you go full circle in life, right? But sometimes it's nice to have a helping hand, and it sounds like that's what you are an expert in.
That's what makes me smile, when I'm presented with a person who is so worried and frustrated because of the huge roller coaster of the game, right? And there's always pressure. How well can this person perform? When that person leaves the office and you see that the way they see themselves has shifted, the focus really is more on them as a human being than them as a player.
Sure.
But obviously there's benefits all round.
Sure. Would you call hockey one of the most highly psychological games? Because I hear figure skating, for example, is highly psychological. Is hockey up there too?
I would say absolutely, because not only are you performing for yourself, as in any sport, you're performing for all those people that stood up and supported you along the way. With hockey in particular, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of heart. Every spectator has got an opinion, and that opinion counts. So hockey has its own specific challenges, for sure. Yeah.
You're going to be launching this on Saturday. Tell me a little bit about how that's going to play out.
So I'm very honoured that Chapters Bookstore in Kamloops has asked to have the book launch 2 p.m. on Saturday. I'm actually going to be sharing some stories from the book, so I'll do a book reading, and then I'll sign copies of the book 2 p.m. Saturday, Chapters Bookstore.
I think that this is the type of book that would go over in any community and people can relate to it, but the fact that there are local stories about local players, people I think are going to be really into that.
Yes, local players, a local coach as well, and it really was a great honor, even though it took 2 years, to be able to put these stories together, provide something that made a difference, and really say thank you to the players that initially inspired me to write the book.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Really great hearing more about this. If you would like to have a book signed by Isabelle Hamptonstone, this Saturday at 2 o'clock is when you can meet with her at Chapters. And please make note of the website, braintrainwin.com. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're
Good
very
to see you.
welcome. You too. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.